but now I remembered. Okay, so March is exciting. There's a lot of stuff going on. They launched the challenge pack today for 22-minute hardcore for any customers or new coaches. It's not available just in like a single workout yet. It's available in the challenge packs right now with Shakeology or the performance line. And it comes with the sandbag, which I think is super cool. And then if you guys don't know about the coins, which I think are awesome, it's a military thing. So in the military, you get coins for like huge, it's basically like recognition for doing things in the military, and you can collect these coins and things. It's how like the upper lines recognize the soldiers, and so they're doing the challenge coins for completing the program and submitting your results to the Beachbody Challenge, which is super cool because the whole program is focused on vets. And it's a great one. All the people on the video are vets except for Tony Horton. Like all of the people working out are all actual veterans, which is super cool. And then you get those cool challenge coins. So that was released today. And then tomorrow, like all of it should be available. So if any coaches or anybody like that wants to purchase just the workout program, that'll be available tomorrow. Then the other promotions are PiYo. And PiYo's awesome for anybody. Cynthia doesn't like PiYo. PiYo was my first program. And so basically as you do this long enough, you'll start to see that they kind of rotate the same programs in and out of sales. So PiYo hasn't been on sale for a little while. So I was like, this month it'll be PiYo. You just kind of learn because what they do for the sales, which is super awesome, is they put the programs that are the most popular on sale. Cool, because then it gives us an opportunity to help people who want these popular programs and get them for cheaper. Okay, so that's that. Did I miss any? Those were the sales this month, right? I just want to make sure I didn't miss any.
Just those in the Kickstarter, I think.
Yeah, the Kickstart. Okay, and so the Kickstart, the 3-day refresh is $142.
Oh, yeah.
But the Kickstart is basically the program with the 3-day refresh. So the way that they promote that to people is say, start with the 3-day refresh, do the 3 days of the 3-day refresh, get your metabolism kicked into high gear, get yourself in the right mindset, and then do the program. So that's what the Kickstart is for. And those are $180 for PiYo and for the PiYo Kickstart. So this month is also the Success Club trip, which is exciting for those people going on it. If you're not off the wait list yet, there is still time. Last year, I think people got off of the Cancun wait list like the week of and then bought their tickets and went. So the Success Club trip is really great to share about, even if you're not going this year. So to tell people that the Beachbody is sending people on a cruise that's totally paid for, that they paid for by helping people. That's pretty cool. Like mine would have been totally paid for. So and they do it every year. And they're doing a thing right now to get extra credits from like now or to get pictures with celebrities and something. I didn't get the email because I'm not on the email list anymore because I'm not going. But like you can get pictures with the celebrity trainers and stuff if you sell so many challenge packs. And so they're always doing stuff that's cool for us, which I think is, hello, I want free stuff. Who doesn't want free stuff? And free trips.
So hopefully everybody is at least on the summit wait list. If you're not on the wait list, then you better get on the wait list. And if you are off the wait list, congratulations. That's the same thing. They'll do that in June and through sometimes last year they started in mid-June, but that's because summit was mid-July. Now it's at the end of the July. But they'll do a kind of a same promo for you to win photos with Tony Horton, with Sagi, with everybody, Carl, and they've got a couple other promotions too that they'll do. So just keep an eye out for that. And then obviously if you're not on the wait list, get on the wait list for Summit.
Yeah, and there's there's the cruise, which is already awesome in itself. And then there's special events each day of the cruise. So like there's a success or the cruise or summit or whatever. There's like a success club party. There's an elite party. There's like, so the harder you work, the more they reward you, which is pretty stinking cool. So that's something you can be talking about this month, talking about our team going there, because when people see those things, it helps them realize like, oh, those are things that I want. Those are things that I dream about. That's the kind of job that I want. And you're able to offer that to them. Like you need to realize the opportunity that we're offering people here. We're offering people an opportunity not only to create their own schedules, to create freedom from a job that maybe they're super unhappy in, to be able to support their families, to do extra things, and then also to be sent on trips, to be able to help people, to like, this opportunity is really incredible. And if you're not sharing that, you need to share that more, because it's awesome. Just even if it wasn't for anything else, just being able to help women or men, if that's your target market. Mine's women, so I always talk about women. But to be able to help people come out of such a like fitness and health, and those are such touchy issues, and to be able to help somebody in that area of their life is incredible. And then there's all of these other like awesome opportunities that go with it. So what we're able to do is pretty incredible as coaches. And we have, I couldn't be more proud to work for a company than I am to work for Beachbody, just because they're constantly this company is extremely missions minded. They're constantly focused on some kind of mission, some kind of organization, some kind of giving back, whether it's ending the trend of obesity or giving to the homeless, or gosh, what else? They're constantly donating money somewhere to help in sex trafficking. And it's a very missions minded company. So if you weren't aware of that, now you are. They're always looking for a way to give back. And I couldn't be more proud to work for a company than I am for this one. So that is going on. That's March. I am going to be using the app this month starting on March 7th. I'll make sure to send you guys all the invitations to that. You are more than welcome to use the app with your people. However you guys want to do that, but you can also work with me and kind of see how I use it this month. This is new, so it's going to be kind of a trial thing for me. I don't really have a plan going forward with it. I'm just going to kind of go with it and see what happens. But I'm excited because it's something that's extremely accessible to everyone. It's, I don't know anyone anymore who doesn't have a phone with them a lot, if not all the time. And it gives people that ability to check in really quick through an app instead of having to get on Facebook and go through a group. And I think that's going to be really beneficial to a lot of people, especially for a lot of people that I know who are teachers who can't be on, certain things during the day, but they have a quick second to check their phone. So I would be talking to people about that, be sharing about that. How many of you have heard people using the MyFitnessPal app? Because I hear that probably 5 times a day. I use the MyFitnessPal app. It's because it's accessible. It's right there. It's easy. This is like that. And there's a lot more to it, and there's a lot more opportunity with it, but this is similar to that. So it gives people a little bit more accessibility than a Facebook group would. So I'm going to be doing that, and I'll make sure to send you all the invitations for that as well, so you can get in on that and kind of see so we can kind of play around with it this month. Okay, so that's all I have for March. Anybody have anything to add about March or talk about March before I move into social media posts? Or anything else before I talk about social media posts?
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Okay, so quickly, I'm just briefly going to talk to you guys about effective social media posts and how you can use your posts to touch people, which in turn is going to make them trust you, and then in turn going to make you want to be their coach. Most people that I work with have told me they came to me because I'm real, I'm vulnerable, I share my story. Tatiana posted about this in Peer Synergy as well. The more you share your story, the more people relate to you, the more they trust you, the more they're going to want to work with you. So in every post that I post, I'm extremely intentional about what I'm saying. And my tips for you when you're posting are to either be sharing a story. Doesn't have to be a full story, but a piece of a story, something that somebody can relate to. And when they read it, they go, she's talking to me. You need to start looking at the way people are talking, thinking about the way you talk or the way that you talk to yourself before you started on this journey. And sharing those things. Like I'm constantly sharing about how I was embarrassed to take pictures, or I felt like I could never do this, or bought like those little things that I throw on my post because some other woman out there is feeling that exact same way. And when they read that, they go, she is talking to me. How did she know? And then they relate to you and they say, she's been there. I can talk to her about this. And that's when they come and reach out to you. So make sure in your post you're either sharing breadcrumbs of a story, something personal, something like that, or you're giving value of some kind. So even when I just post like a quote, a motivational quote or whatever, I try to make it something that's extremely relatable to what I'm going through at that moment. Or I try to share a little bit about what, like something that goes along with it. Like yesterday I posted the quote, be fearless in pursuit of what sets your soul on fire. And then I talked about how coaching is that for me. Coaching is what makes me excited, makes me happy. And just by sharing that, I'm sharing with people the coaching opportunity, my health story. I'm sharing with them that they could do it too, because I just a regular person. And just in that one post, I could share all that just by sharing my story a little bit, just by putting a little bit in there. Because I didn't just say, I'm working on my next challenge group. It starts blah, blah, blah. You want to join? I said, I remember when I was such and such. I did blah, blah, blah. Now I am blah, blah, blah. So it was quick. It was simple, but it shared so much in that one post. Another thing for and then you can give other value as well, like health tips, recipes, workout tips, whatever, but make sure that you're constantly sharing or giving value. Those are the things that people need to see. They need to see you. They need to relate to you and your story. And I know I talk about this a lot, but it is so extremely important. So tonight I kind of wanted to dial it in a little bit more and kind of really tell you, like, these are the things you should be posting. You need to have some kind of picture with your posts if you want people to read it. It's just the reality of our world now. Our society is extremely visual, and they're also extremely in the moment. Give it to me now. And if the picture doesn't attract them, if the picture doesn't make them stop, even if your words are incredible, they're not ever going to see the words because they're just going to scroll right by. Like, think about when you're on Facebook and you're just scrolling through, you're reading, blah, 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 you're looking at pictures, oh, cute baby, whatever. What are the posts that make you stop? Those are the things you need to think about. What posts make you stop and continue reading? So normally there's a picture that got your attention that made you want to know more. Or even if your picture didn't make them read it, but it got more likes, that's going to bring your post up. So the way Facebook works, let me back up. the way Facebook works with Facebook algorithms is the more likes you get on a picture or a post, the more it's going to show up in people's feed. So if you get, like your post that got 10 likes versus your post that got 50 likes, your 50 like post is going to show up on more people's wall because Facebook sees that as a more valuable post that more people want to see. So when you post a picture, more than likely you'll get more likes on that post, then it will show up in more people's feed, gives more people the opportunity to see it, leading to more people seeing your story. Posts that get a lot of interaction, you could post the same words on a post with a picture of a flower or your words with a picture of you. You're going to get way more likes on the picture of you because what do people go to Facebook for? To connect, to interact, to stalk people. So when they see your face, they're more interested because that's what they're coming for. They're coming to see you. So you need to start viewing your life as a reality TV show. I post about everything. Like, people love getting that glimpse into your life. People love seeing your selfies and love seeing you as, even if they say they don't, they're lying. Yeah, people are lying if they say they don't like to see selfies because I don't believe people who say they don't like selfies. I don't believe it. And if you don't want to take a selfie, then set your camera up and put the timer on and your camera can take a picture of you. But getting your face out there is really important because, again, it makes you relatable and it makes people stop and read what you want to say. It gives that connection. It's like actually having a conversation with you. Also, posts. So I want to go back to talking the way that your people would talk. So we all have different markets if we want to get businessy. We all have different target markets. We all have different people that we can reach with our story. So my people are not going to be your people, and your people are not going to be her people. We all reach different people based on our experiences, based on our beliefs, based on our personality, everything. So you need to really hone in on who you are and who you want to be talking to. So like for me, I have a very specific, like I mostly speak to moms because I'm a mom right now, pregnant people because I'm pregnant. I tend to speak to people who either are pretty positive or really would like to be positive because that's the kind of vibe that I put off. Oh my gosh, have we already been on here this long? Certain things like my faith is very important to me, so I speak to people who also share that. I like Mexican food, like those kinds of things. They all kind of work together to form this person, this woman that I'm trying to talk to, somebody who struggled, somebody who was embarrassed, somebody who tried so hard and never thought that they would be a healthy person. Those are the women that I'm talking to. There are other coaches on our team. They're talking to fit people. They're talking to people who have always been fit or have never had a weight problem, but that they want to get healthy. There's other coaches who are like, they have a vegan market, or there's coaches who, like, if any of you follow Amy Silverman, like her whole team looks like her. Like, she gives off this real like hippie vibe. She's very like rough around the edges, and those are the kind of people she attracts. So you need to think about that and think about how your people talk and talk to them like real people. When you're talking in your post like you're having a conversation with them. Use the words that you would use with them. Use ellipses. Use, like, I put things in parentheses if they're things that like I would be thinking as I'm writing or whatever. And it just makes your writing feel more personable. It makes you, it's the relatability. How relatable are you? Do people want to come have a conversation with you? And the way that you talk in your post is going to do that. I try to really talk in my post the same way that I'm talking to you right now. I just put it out there. I don't try to perfect it. I don't try to make it sound super educated or like, like I don't try to adjust it. I try to talk to people the way that I would talk to them in person, because when people are reading it, they're going to start hearing your voice as if you're talking to them. So those are some tips about that. So sharing, telling your story, giving value, having scroll stopping pictures, especially if you're putting a call to action on your post. So the way that you should think about your posting is, what is it? Jab, jab, right hook. Is that how you do it? Jab, jab, right hook. I don't know if those are the right words, but basically like, yes. So that one has 3 jabs, but basically you want to start putting these things out there, like little things, little posts that are like, oh, she's a health coach. Oh, she's talking about healthy eating. Oh, she's blah, blah. And then after you've done a couple of those posts, then you want to have your right hook post, which is your call to action. I'm having a challenge group. I'm blah, blah, blah. But you don't want to just post and be like, I have a challenge group coming up on blah, blah, blah day. Join me. You want to talk, you want to get in their heads. Talk about, who are you talking to? What are they struggling with? How are you going to help them? What value are you going to give? So it could be something like, I'm trying to hurry because no, we don't have time. It could be something like, I used to sit on the couch and eat until my stomach hurt. This is not going to be a beautiful post, but just as an example. Eat until my stomach hurt, and then I would feel miserable, and then I would feel guilty, and then the next day I felt like I couldn't eat because I'd eaten so much the day before, and so I would starve, and then by the end of the day it'd be the same cycle because I was so hungry that I would end up binge eating, and then I would feel guilty the next day. So there you are. You've related to somebody. Somebody else is experiencing that. Somebody else has done that. So you just got in their head. You did it by sharing your story. You did it by sharing what you had experienced. Maybe that's not your experience, but share something like that. Then you can say something like, I finally decided enough was enough. I took a leap of faith in myself. I invested in myself. I found a group of women who supported me and a program that I love that made it super easy. And I found results. I found happiness. I found whatever. So I did. So you have your I was, you have your I did. Now you're going to have your I am. Now I am blah, blah, blah. Now I'm happy. Now I'm in control. Now I'm this. Now I'm that. And I want to share that with you. I want you to feel the same way. You don't deserve to feel trapped. You don't deserve to feel blah, 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 whatever you're talking to people about. I'm going to be offering this. If this sounds like you, if you need support, if you are ready to be in a group of women who encourage you, however you want to word that, then this is for you. Give them the call to action. Send me a message, like this post, comment below, blah, blah, blah. Give them an action that they can follow through with. Reach out to me. And then set them up in your challenge group. But you want to have those, you want to share a story. You want to be real with people. You want to talk to them. You don't need to reach everybody. It's not your goal. It's not your mission to reach everybody. You have specific people who are waiting for you, who cannot do this without you, who will never ever be touched by anybody but you. Those are the people you need to focus on. Those are the people you need to talk to. So before anything else, you can use all the other tips that I gave you, but before anything else, you need to figure out who you're talking to and talk to them. Don't be afraid to talk to them. Don't be afraid to get straight to the point, because there might be somebody else that totally misses your message. It's like if anybody goes to church, our pastor was just talking about this on Sunday. He's going to preach something, and it's going to talk to different people in a different way. And some people aren't going to get it. And some people are going to go, oh my gosh, she was talking to me. those are your people. That's who you're trying to reach. So everybody else may not get it at that point. There may be people who aren't ready at that point, but somebody is, and somebody's waiting to hear from you. And that's why sharing you and being vulnerable is so important, because that's how you're going to get those people. Now I'm going to stop talking because we have a few more minutes, and hopefully that made sense to you guys. Hopefully that gave you guys some ideas of how to post, what to post, those kinds of things. Anybody have any questions? Anything they want to add? And don't undervalue like workout tips, health tips, recipes. Like those things are super important too, but kind of like sprinkle them in with your story. Anyone?
I have a question, but I'm going to wait till after because it really has nothing to do with this. So I'm going to write you after this, okay?
Share it in Tori's coach group so we all know the answer.
Okay.
Yeah, post it in there. I'll answer it in there. Does anybody have an area they feel like they're struggling with their post, or that I could help with really quick? Or any questions about anything?
No questions, but I got new PD today.
Yeah.
He came in, Andy went and got the mail while the call started.
Nice.
I'm excited.
I just got a bunch of new books too, but they're all electronic, so I don't have any way to show you. I just got a bunch of new books too.
I had someone amazing send me a book in the mail yesterday.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I'm reading Sparkle right now, and I really like it. All right, are we good then? Did that help at all? Do you guys feel like that gave you a little bit of a sense of direction, like where to go, what to talk about with people?
Yeah, that's great.
Okay. Well, I'll be on for a few little bits, and then I'm going to go to bed. So if you guys have any questions or anything, let me know when we get off the call, and I will answer them. So you guys have a good night.